of course, a good Zerg player can hold it off. But go ahead with the introductions of our two players.
Alright, Navi spawning at the top right as the Red Zerg and saying GLHF Heart. Vequeth spawning at the bottom left as the Blue Protoss. And not saying anything, being stoic and silent.
Okay, and if I didn't know Navi was a girl before now, I would know now, because if a guy put up a heart in a game after saying GLHF, I'd be a little bit worried.
Well, it really depends on the context. I mean, if you're playing someone like Feargorm, I would be putting so many hearts. I just want to make sure that he knows I love him.
I know it's different if you do like the side bracket 3 heart, but this is a full-on heart.
Yeah, it's like the kind of heart that you dot your eyes with.
Creepy. Alright, so ZVP here on Steps War, as we said, could be some very early aggression, but needless to say, it can also lead into some very good late game play, depending if the players both play very passively. Of course, Zerg, in general right now, just the way their race is, oh, Feargorm, you're awesome. Anyways, with the way their race is right now, they need to play very reactionary, and they do love playing passive and defending. Even on a map such as this, they can just take so many bases if they play properly, and it's very tough to deal with a 3 to 4 to 5 basing Zerg player.
Yeah, it is possible for a Zerg to get multiple bases on this map. Their bases are nice and close together, so they're easy to defend if you get the bases set up, but really the hard part here is getting those bases. It's hard to get the bases up just because Protoss, if they play it properly, can contain so easily on this map. Vequeth going for Forge right after his first gateway, though.
Yeah, that's an interesting placement. If he was... he is doing the wall.
Yeah,
he needs to get that other pylon there. Ooh, that drone is going to be able to block that off now, though.
Or will it? Yes. Oh, yes. Navi blocking that second pylon. Great game sense by Navi, getting the drone out there. And yeah, unfortunately that cannon is coming up, so that drone is not going to be able to stand around for too long.
The spawning pool is out. I would like to see a few more drones come off the line to take out this pylon. But the Zealot is there, so I really don't know how good this is going to be for Navi. Vequeth's in a very good position right now with cannoning off his natural. He's not going to be able to expand, and a 1-basing Protoss versus a 1-basing Zerg is just... well, it's just completely one-sided, to say the least, I think.
Yeah, this is a very bad situation for Navi. No way that she's going to be breaking out anytime soon.
Throwing up the Baneling Nest is a good choice. They could Baneling Bust, take out that pylon, and well, the cannons, of course, are going to take some splash damage as well. So she may not be in such a bad position here as we thought, but it looks like Vequeth is going to get some sight here to the high ground with the probe. I would have liked to see one Zealot go up instead of the probe, because they can just take so much more damage. And Spinecrawler here coming up for Navi, but Vequeth is going to see that. And I would like to see this Queen throw down a Creep Tumor as well.
Yeah, I was just about to mention that. Getting Creep all the way to the ramp here is going to be key for Navi. I mean, just even the fact that she can place Spinecrawlers there. Spinecrawlers do outrange Photon Cannons, I believe. No, they're at the same range, but the Spinecrawler can get to the pylon.
Yes, but also, look at this. The pylon is coming up on the way from this probe coming to Navi's base. There is going to be a second pylon powering these cannons, so the Baneling Bust or the Spinecrawler is not going to be that effective. And I think this is going to be even worse of a position for Navi. Vequeth is, kind of giving a little more minerals to this containment than I think he should. But as he's not expanding, so that really worries me. But
yeah, I mean, the big thing about a contain, well, on one end it stops them from expanding, but on the other end it just gives you complete free reign of the map. And yeah, that would be something that Vequeth could be taking advantage of.
Oh, and actually, if you didn't notice, Lairtech is up, and the Nidus network is almost halfway done, and if you look to the north of Vequeth's base, we've got an Overlord, so sight is given for the Nidus network. This could be one-sided completely. All of the minerals that Vequeth has in army and cannons are here at the front of Navi's base. She's got 2 spine crawlers here to protect against this, so she doesn't need to commit any troops to the rest of this defense. She can just funnel all of her Banelings and Zerglings right into Vequeth's base, and it is coming.
Yeah, Navi, well known for her Nidus play in this community, and yeah, we're seeing it right here. She's comfortable with the Nidus play, so this kind of attack from Navi is more dangerous than it would be from anyone else. Vequeth getting that pylon up and just seeing the Nidus pop, that's got to be disheartening. Banelings on the way, they're going to get right into these probes.
Is there trouble?
Huge probe damage.
Oh. Come on, go, go. Warp gates are done. 3 Stalkers and a Center Zella do get warped in. The other 2 Banelings blow up on virtually nothing, but a Spine Crawler is coming down. Zerglings are going straight after this pylon. If that pylon gets unpowered, Vequeth's going to be in a very bad position. He is in a lot of trouble right now. He's forced to bring back his Sentries and Zealots that he had at the front of the base. The Nidus network does go down, but the Spine Crawler is still there. The pylon is taken out. His gateways are unpowered. He does still have 2 more gateways, but he's still in a very bad position.
Navi trying to get another Nidus Worm out at the bottom of the Vequeth's ramp. That's going to be taken out. Doesn't look like she even cancelled it.
I don't think they've actually incorporated that yet. They've talked about adding it, but I know I was playing in a game where I tried to cancel my Nidus Worm, and it still wouldn't let me cancel, creating the I don't know what you call it, head or tail.
Guess that's the head. And now Navi is picking away at this containment, going to finally be able to leave her own base by way of ground. But really, despite all that, I wouldn't really say that either player has a huge advantage right now. They're pretty even on Harvesters. I mean, Navi has a pretty good setup here with these Spine Crawlers. Decent tech, but Vequeth is also set up. He's got, well, 4 gateways.
The Hydra Dent is finished, so if Navi can get some Hydras out, this gateway aggression is going to be virtually shut down. With these Spine Crawlers, with Banelings, speed is now finished for her Zerglings. She's in a very good position now.
Yeah, unfortunately, just being on one base as Zerg, she's not going to be able to get those Hydras up, I think, is the issue.
Yeah, she really doesn't have the gas to do it, but Zerglings do a run-by. I really don't know if I like that, because now the Protoss player can easily get up there and take out those those Spine Crawlers. I would have liked to see Vequeth actually wall off with another pylon or 2 and just complete off that wall if he's going to be doing some any aggression. But it looks like we're going to be doing a base trade.
Not so much, because I mean, with these warp gates, Vequeth is just going to keep getting Zealots in there, and Navi's attack is not going to go very well. Navi defending with everything she has, drones being pulled off the line, Queen getting in the battle. Some micro by Vequeth trying to keep himself from getting surrounded. Unfortunately, he does get surrounded. Navi, though, losing a ton of drones. Nidus Worm going down into Vequeth's base. Those Zerglings, I guess, ended up taking out a pylon, unpowering 2 warp gates. Vequeth not spawning more Zealots in. There we go. He was spawning them in just in a different spot in his base. Navi gets a Nidus Worm, but there's no real units to go into it.
Well, if in anything, it actually forces Vequeth to focus down the Nidus Worm and not the Zerglings that are doing damage. And if you didn't notice, but Navi has taken out quite a few pylons already. We've got a frantic phone going off. So Navi really not out of this quite yet. It looked like she was, but she is going to be taking out enough pylons that's going to cause Vequeth's aggression to stop for a while. And the Roach... Oh, sorry, there's no Roach. Hydra's dead.
That is some pro-casting. I was able to field a phone call from my mother in the middle of the game. And yeah, this is just absolute insanity.
But anyways, more aggression here coming from Navi. I really don't like that. She just lost a couple Zerglings and a Baneling. I would like to see her kind of stick in her base and try to take this expansion. She is putting the drone down here. The hatchery is going down. Very good choice by Navi in this position.
Yeah, Navi finally able to get that first expansion out. I would really like to see one come down from Vequeth sometime soon. He is, as most players, or as a lot of players do get, he's trapped in that 1 base 4 gate, just using up all of his resources on units. I think he's trying to end the game now, it looks like.
Well, if we look, he's almost mined out, so with no